This is Renaissance City, a Prowlers and Paragons actual play produced by TTRP Theater. I am Duke Walter, your game master, and your favorite snowman builder. Has anyone seen the carrot? I left it right there. This is the first part of the third session that the Power Walkers played together live in person at the base of Mount Shasta. We spent 3 days playing, joking with each other, and reminiscing. If you want to hear us talking more in depth about this game, the characters, our friendships, and just generally lost in thought, then become a producer of our little theater on Patreon. The link can be found in the description of whatever platform you happen to be listening to this on. You will get access to all of the TTRP Theater content in curated form, as well as some exclusives, like Kit's Tale, our Dungeon World actual play. In our last session, King got in deep. So very deep. But it was not without protest from Chris. The Power Walkers used the Power Talkers to bolster their ranks before delving into the salt mines. Patricia, Troubadour, Captain X, and the Sable are indoctrinated with matching hats, and that means that I will be doing every voice I have in my arsenal for the rest of the Shasta Sessions. Spartan developed a new production method for haberdashing and reveals how rich he's making Roy. The Troubadour has a slight tiff with Cotton or King. Not sure. Or maybe it's just me picking on Chris. And with that, we are on to part 1 of session 3 of our time in Shasta. Welcome back to Renaissance City.
You stand at a crossroads. There is a 45-degree path to your right. There is a path straight ahead of you, and there is a 90-degree turn to your left.
In between the two rightmost paths at the intersection, in a folding chair, is a black man with an old dusty guitar.
What's his name?
He's just playing. Cletus Fuhmunduh.
Okay.
We don't know what wares he's offering, but he's sitting there like he knows something.
What does King's nose tell him
About Cletus.
about Cletus?
Is he going to try to smell his history?
Pick him up. Get deep. Okay.
Should we have Shadow roll perception and see what his cholesterol is?
Ooh, I like it.
I can tell it's not great.
Wow. Preconceived notions about black guitarists?
Specifically,
Right.
guitarists. It's a hard.
Oh, just
it's a
any
hard,
guitarist.
Yeah, it's a hard life out there on the road. I mean,
Okay.
you eat a lot of bad things for you.
Not everybody. Some people eat salads everywhere they go.
Okay. Start a new file.
Start over. Clear this. Yeah, because I'm literally going to delete 2.5 minutes.
Yeah.
Except for the part where I introduced what's going on.
Should King? Does your nose tell you which branch?
I'm congested right now.
All the salt dust is
Yeah.
causing inflammation. Would you stop telling Chris what to do, please?
Thank you, please. Jesus.
Because
fucking
all you're
Christ.
doing, you're pissing.
Run
We
your own
just
fucking
started for the
character,
day.
For Christ's sake.
And the tone that you have just set with him is going to resonate for the next 7.5 hours.
Get off my nut sack, buddy.
Sorry.
Okay.
You were begging for it earlier.
So,
It's true. That's valid. Patricia.
is this where you want me to start a new file?
Hey, Patricia. What do you think about splitting up and just running down 50 yards and coming back and giving us some intel?
2 duplicates pop out, and they head down each direction.
How about them tigers?
Which way's the nose lead us, King?
King fucking smells the air with contempt.
Why's he got contempt for Raymond?
Because Chris has contempt.
Raymond's just trying to stay on target.
Oh, you are going to roll for super smell?
Yeah. I got 4 4s.
The 45-degree to your right is where you smell the strongest remnants of Ben Bernstein's musk.
Can I smell anything else? Is there anything else worth smelling?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
There are a multitude of people probably within 500 yards of you. There are 8 straight down. You don't know how far, but there are 8 different scents that you can get from straight down. Off to your left, there are 6. Down into the right, that 45-degree angle where you also smell Ben Bernstein going, you can smell maybe 20. You recognize the scent of frenzy.
Mm.
You recognize the scent of, and this is off to the left. You recognize the scent of frenzy, and you recognize the scent of the Sable off to the left.
Mm.
Straight ahead of you, as part of that group, you recognize the scent of Glyptic. You recognize the scent of the Troubadour. You recognize the scent of King, of yourself. And you recognize the scent of Demon Shade. Down and to the right,
They mimic our scent.
all of them outside of Ben are Scarlet Spartan. Every
Oof.
scent that you recognize in that right are Scarlet Spartan.
What a
Wow.
bastard.
Everybody listen up. This is, you're going to need to be in your right mind and ready to make some hard decisions. On the left, we've got about 3 to 5 heroes. The middle path, about double that, maybe 10-ish, a little less, includes me. Many of them are us, mimicked. This path to the right could be as many as 20 to 25. And here's the mind-wrenching fact that I am hesitant to even share. Almost all of them are Scarlet Spartan.
A small army of Jakari waiting for the muck.
So, what are your feelings about Des Moines?
Right? Des Moines seems real nice this time of year.
Should we mark ourselves in some way so that we know who's us and who's not?
I think that is a very
That's a fantastic idea.
intuitive
Yes.
thought.
I got my sign-in pen. Put out your left hands. I'll give you an X.
Listen, Lion P is glow in the dark. Just everybody hold still.
Okay. Are you picking on us or?
No, I'm not really going to do that. I'm just fucking with
I
you.
could put like a burn mark on everybody's face or something. I don't know. That'd be weird. Maybe the
That's a lot.
scars.
It's a lot.
Troubadour, maybe, do you have like a gun that, does your gun like maybe expel paint? Maybe we could mark ourselves.
Yes. How did you know? I have a paint shooting gun.
He has paint gun on him.
I have also invented the paintball gun.
Okay, well,
Wow.
I think that there's a market for it, but that's fine.
We can talk small business economics later. Wow, Troubadour, you are clutch, man. Thank you.
All right, I think everybody, let's hold out our hands and let's let Spartan mark us. It'll be hard to tell. It's a hard place to see. I was thinking of something more obvious. Maybe we cut our shirt across the way, something that we can tell easily who's who.
Well, do we have any string or ribbon, or can somebody rip up a shirt so we could all tie something around our wrists?
What about haircuts? We could
Yes.
haircuts.
We could all
real
get
fast?
skullets.
We are all wearing brand new newsboy hats.
Oh, this is true.
Oh,
and
that's
they likely won't know
The hats.
about the newsboys.
I forgot about the Newsboys.
Okay,
Jazz
all right,
forgot
we're good
about
on
the
Newsboys.
Okay, great.
A new hat should save the day.
Fuck. Okay, fantastic. Well, we've got a way to differentiate ourselves. How do we want to approach? Do we want to go after this?
From straight down.
Patricia?
Yep. Patricia yells,
King runs.
from the cavern straight down.
King and Cotton, are hoofing it.
Damn.
Shadow in pursuit as well.
As soon as you hear her yell help, you can hear someone is also running down. You can hear their feet crunching in the salt, and then you hear guns firing. You hear machine guns firing. You take off down that way. It goes straight and kind of just gently curves off to the right, and around that curve as you get further down, you see Trisha makes her way around the corner, and you see that hail of bullets hitting the wall behind her as she is running away.
Let's go.
Running in head first?
Or should we use this corner for as long as we got it?
That's what I was thinking. Let's lurk and wait for them to present themselves around the corner.
I'm going full force.
Okay.
King, what did you smell down this corridor? Was this all the Spartans?
This is 8 people. It's heroes, including Glyptic, including King, myself. There's 4 or 5 different heroes.
I'm gonna run full bore. I'm gonna try and get them to chase me out. You guys
Great.
be ready.
Oh yeah.
So Shadow is going to quickly move in the shadow against the wall of the tunnel. And I want to pop out sort of covertly. I want to choose when I make myself seen.
Okay, roll covert.
So the hallways aren't fully lit all the way.
Yes, they're lit. It bends slightly after you get to a certain point, and you cannot see what's around the corner.
Cotton puts on his futuristic wrist weapon and holds his Colt 45 in his other hand.
He's two-fisting it.
He's ambidextrous like that.
6 total.
Nice.
3 with 2 6s.
No.
4 with a 6. 4. Okay. Yeah, you've got the drop on them.
So
There's, you know what I mean? They see her disappear around the corner. The gunfire stops, but they are still, you can still hear the running, the sound of the group that is running down the cavern.
So I'm going to use my quick change feat while I'm in the shadow. And Jay Fleischman, khaki pants, and turtleneck, and newsboy cap is going to pop out in front of the tenants with the shotguns or with the Tommy guns. And he's going to say, "Who's up for a little game?" And start running back the other way.
Okay.
King is the first, and he's waiting. And as soon as he sees the first body get out into his visible line of sight, he's just going to roar with all his might in hopes that it's a massive, disorienting roar.
In a mine shaft.
Yeah.
King, Cotton. We know how these things work. Let's focus on one. Take it out completely.
What was Glyptic was statues, right?
Glyptic can animate inanimate objects.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I don't know. I know Glyptic and King are coming. Who do you want to pick one, or do you want to just let them present themselves?
All King. Everybody hit King.
Everybody hit King.
Traitor King.
Traitor King goes down immediately.
The hail of bullets comes after Jay Fleischman steps out and, presents his challenge. Scoots back, dashes back around the corner. This group of guard units comes running around the corner, and you are face to face with about a dozen of them. We'll go to edge order. Shadows first.
Once I come into the light of the main entrance of the tunnel, I'm going to barrel roll and quick change back into shadow gear. And then... and then...
Is it a different newsboy?
No, same newsboy.
Same newsboy. Okay.
And I'm going to pop up and I'll throw a couple of daggers at some of these attendants.
Okay. Roll agility.
All right. 3, 4, 5, 6 with 3 6s.
Nice.
7 total.
7.
Them dice hot.
Tell me how you take out 7 of these guard units.
With 2 daggers.
Yeah, Shado comes just hauling ass. You see this guy hauling ass in khakis and a turtleneck, but moving faster than you've ever seen somebody wearing that kind of clothing. Comes barreling around the corner. You see him like jump out of the light into a somerset, into a shadow somersault. And when he pops back up, he's wearing the ninja gear with the newsboy hat, and he flings 2 daggers. One of them, the same dagger, like nicks like one guy's ball sack, goes through the other guy's.
These are attendants, right?
Right.
Do they
These
have ball
attendants.
sacks?
Well, crotchal
region.
Okay.
Goes through his crotchal region into the next guy's crotchal region. He stumbles back, explodes, takes out 2 other attendants at the same time, and then oil spill starts coming out, and 2 attendants on the other side start slipping in the oil. They fall down, and with his other dagger, he just calls his shot, flings it at the guy's head region.
I mean,
Because they don't really have heads either.
it's believable that they might have heads. I was really about to embark on some serious, like, fucked up masculinity issue that we had these guys took the time, energy, and money to invest in nut sacks for attendant units. Like, I'm like, what the fuck is going on here that we had to install nut sacks on these things?
I hated that. All of that description. I'd like to do it again.
Go
Oh,
ahead.
you just want to do it again? Yeah. And
You hit it, right?
Shado jumps up in full ninja gear, throws 1 dagger, screams towards the attendant, takes out 3 at one time with the sheer force of the dagger through each of their eyeballs. Chung, chung, chung. Then Shado does a spin, leaps up, and from his air position, throws the second dagger, and it scalps 4 top of the heads of the machines. Sparks start flying out everywhere, and they all fall down into crumpled mass.
nice.
Love it. Spartan.
Gonna jump over these minions. Jump into the next batch that he assumes coming.
There's 5 more.
He's jumping past them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jumping past them. The cavern is empty. Past them.
Okay.
There are a dozen guard units. That's what
That's what we got.
that's
All
what the
right.
interaction is at this point.
Okay. Spartan's turn.
Yeah,
All right.
you should go, Spartan.
Rewind.
We
Yeah.
each get 1 mulligan on this scene.
Get as
right?
many mulligans as you want.
Right.
We're mulliganing all over the place. All right. Let's get the muckler moving in fast motion. Roll it.
Are you bringing up the muckler? Are you
Muckler.
throwing something? Muckler. Okay.
Muckler.
Yeah. Roll martial arts +2.
Oh, God damn. All right. 4, 6. All right. 6 of them.
Give it to me. Tell me how you take all 5 out.
We're going to save 2. They go down pretty easy. We're going to leave 2 behind. Don't want King Cotton feel left out. So he's just doing artwork to 2 of them. This muckler is a ball in a sock, and he's just bouncing it between them. Fast motion, whip it back, send it forward, force, clear ahead, knock it into the other one. I mean, just pling, clang, ding, bang, bong, crunch. Leave 2 of them standing.
Leave 2 of them standing?
Yeah, he did 6
He did
to 3 of them.
6 to 3 of them. Wrecks them into pieces. There are 2 attendants still standing because Dean wants Chris to be able to describe some violence.
That is super nice.
Very sweet of
I
you.
mean, honestly.
It's very
Thank
thoughtful.
You know,
Because we're not going to interact with any more of these ever again.
Yeah, this might be our only battle for the day.
Probably the only one in the 9 or 10 hours that we plan on playing Renaissance City.
I'm going down mystery tunnels with smells.
Yep.
Okay. Whose turn is it?
It would be King's turn.
Okay.
Roar.
Yeah, King sees the movement and roars, expecting there to be live mimics around the corner. Kind of stunts his roar halfway, realizing that it's not mimics, but it's too late. The freight train has already started. He put a hind paw on the wall of the cave and shot out, arms back, teeth bared, wings bringing him parallel to the ground, and he's attempting to take out these last two.
Roll might.
5.
Tell me how it is that King takes out the last 2 guard units.
So, as I said, paw off the cave wall, arms back, chest out, teeth bared, mid-roar, and essentially just turns his jaw sideways and wrecks the necks of both of these in one jab.
One bullet shot.
Using his entire body momentum and beheads them.
Do you think King weighs like 350? 450?
I'm thinking
with the wings
like,
and you know what I mean? As broad as he is and all of that stuff, is he 500 pounds?
He's 550 all muscle.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I think.
Okay. Yeah, I think so too.
Or more. I mean, that's a lot of beast.
Yeah, you would think that the wings alone probably weigh 80 pounds.
Right. Well, and we don't know what he's holding in his pubis pocket.
That's a wonderful point.
It's an additional weight. So
I mean, he could have some plutonium in there.
True.
That, you know, he could have some kind of space rock in there that weighs.
He's probably holding half of fucking Raymond's projectiles that Raymond doesn't have a spot for. He's just holding it for his buddy.
Right.
He's got prehistoric eggs and all kinds of shit in his
Raymond
pocket.
stole a piece of a meteorite from, you know what I mean, from a museum somewhere, and King carries it around in his pubic pocket, and that
unbeknownst
in and of
to him,
itself adds
testicular
150
cancer.
pounds.
Unbeknownst to him, he's developing testicular cancer from the radiation.
No, King doesn't have testes. We've established that.
He doesn't have testes?
No, we established that a long time ago.
I don't remember that.
When we were first coming up with the art, I was like, does he have pants on?
He doesn't have visible testes. It doesn't mean he doesn't have testes. He is not a
canon
neutered lion.
I didn't say he was neutered.
It's a different physiology. It's canon. It was established long ago.
I just meant he doesn't have visible testes. We're not.
Well,
nobody's
your
seeing his balls.
Compared to my headcanon, as we have established over the last 2 days, my headcanon is just as important as your headcanon. So you may have.
I don't appreciate you publicly talking about my headcanon.
There may, you know what I mean. King may have, invisible testes.
Yeah, right. Oh, they're fully there and external to his body. They take up space. They are monumental. They're just invisible. They're all there. Every now and then somebody gets whacked across the forehead when he's trying to do tricks.
No one will ever hear them.
It's his nutsack.
All right, let's go.
We're already going.
You're going to continue down this path?
King, is this where you smell Ben?
There are...
No. This is not the same path. The 45-degree angle to the right is where you smelled Ben. You went straight.
So we can go down this pathway and we can pursue taking on this version of Traitor King, or we can go down one of the other hallways, go towards Ben, but then these guys may come
up our ass,
up our back. Yeah. Right. I mean, because they haven't come out yet.
Yeah.
So there's still time for us to go down the other, but then we need to be cognizant of what's coming up behind us.
We need to eradicate whatever's in this hole.
Might spend a lot of resources taking out these and then have to go fight 20 Scarlets, 20 Spartans.
I got a plan.
King is 75 yards into the tunnel. He doesn't hear the plan.
Flying on down.
Yeah, he's going.
Okay.
Eradicate the hole.
This tunnel extends straight on down. 2 sets of tire tracks. One on the right, one on the left. You can see multiple footprints. Probably even more than what was just in that small group that you just took out. On both sides of this cavern, as if there are maybe not constant patrols, but you get the feeling. You get the feeling that there are people, guards, whoever, walking up and down this cavern, as well as trucks of some sort coming up and down this cavern. It extends on straight. You've gone 75 yards already, and it just continues on down. And you can start to see the grade of the ceiling and the walls and the floor just very, very slightly.
We're going deeper.
Going deeper, yes.
Okay. Ring.
Whose power talker are you?
I'm just calling into the system. I don't know who's going to pick up. I'm assuming Troubadour, because he's the operator, right?
Right.
Right.
It all has to go through Troubadour.
No, it does not all have to
No,
go
but
through
we
Troubadour.
think it does.
Troubadour that has to connect us to everybody else.
Also not the truth.
Bring.
Hello, this is Raymond.
Raymond, can you have the Troubadour make this a speaker call so we can all talk?
That is unnecessary. Everyone with a power talker can hear you.
Oh, I can hear you now that Troubadour's
Oh,
talking.
good. Now that Troubadour's on, we're all talking. Great. Thank you, Troubadour. Hey, by the way, so guys, I wanted to let you know about later down in the cave. We are.
Can somebody turn up the volume? I'm having a hard time hearing.
I'm about 100 yards ahead of you guys.
Captain X, just turn the dial to the left.
Oh, thanks.
And there's a lot of tracks. There's a lot of action. I haven't run into any more attendants or people down here, but we run the risk of running into a crowd of trouble. I just want you all to be aware before you decide if you're following me in or not.
Backup's on the way.
We came for a crowd of trouble.
Copy that.
Troubadour, please disconnect this call.
Thank you, Troubadour,
Thank
for
you,
your
Troubadour.
work.
That is completely unnecessary.
So
You're making the dial tone sound?
Of course.
Was the dial tone sound even a thing in the 20s? I don't know.
no, absolutely
No,
not.
there's no way.
Yeah, I think that came later.
Shido,
Proceed.
yeah, you're gonna run down the hall, back up King.
Okay. You continue to make your way. Are you waiting for them to come, or is King continuing on forward?
I'm just moving.
Okay. Roll perception for me, please.
3 2s out of 3 dice.
Okay. You can hear it's distant, but you can hear like the rumbling of an engine.
How tall is this tunnel?
Probably 25 feet high.
Okay, not terrible.
Yeah, maybe.
I was trying to imagine that
Maybe-
King could fly up and be like not noticed, hovering in the air.
Think about like the big box trucks of the time.
Okay.
The vehicles, the largest vehicles,
Room enough for a box
dump truck kind of size. It's wide enough for trucks to pass each other going in and out, and tall enough that if they're loaded down, there's room, there's clearance for the ceiling. So yeah.
Okay. All right. King is proceeding toward the sound cautiously,
Flying or walking?
walking.
Okay. Are you guys all running to catch up to King?
So they're going to be there in a
Shido,
hot
for sure.
second.
Shado is for sure.
I mean, they're all fast.
Spartan?
Yes.
Okay. Sable has the Sable has picked up Patricia and the Troubadour, and Captain X is chugging along.
Are the other Patricias from the other cavern with us now?
You don't see them, no.
Yeah, I was just curious.
The two of them have met each other back at the intersection and are standing there going, "Did you see where they went?" I didn't see where they went.
Well, they have to assume.
Did you? Should we?
King looks over his shoulder.
You know what?
wondering
Let's go get an
where
ice
everybody
cream.
is. And he goes, "Caw-caw! Caw-caw!" And it echoes out the cavern.
Call to action.
Call to action. No, I think on the roar, The two Patricias probably came running back and molded into OG.
Merged.
My roar brings all the Patricias to the yard. I'm not high or drunk or anything. I've just had coffee. So
But
I'm going to settle down.
But a tremendous amount of
I'm going to
coffee.
settle down.
Yeah. In a normal day, Chris would have had 3 cups of coffee at this point, and he's had like 5 or 6.
I don't ever drink more than 2 cups of coffee.
Oh, okay.
Because it is a dangerous sport. Yeah, I've had 4.5, and the last one was like immediately grow chest hair. Like it was rough.
The group catches up together. You can all hear the rumbling of the truck engine from down the cavern, and you can hear that it is coming your direction. It's not like, it's not something. It's just you can hear the truck, and you start to hear the tires in the salt. What do you do?
How many feet do we know?
You have no idea.
Okay. Here's what I'm.
You know that it is on past where you can see in the cavern, and you can see that the cavern is starting to descend very, very, slowly.
Here's what I'm thinking. Raymond, now's the chance for what we've been working on. We're going to wait for the truck to come over that crest. And then you're going to throw a motherfucker into another motherfucker.
Okay.
Raymond's going to pitch shadow, daggers out, try and sink into the driver of this vehicle as soon as it comes over the crest.
Okay. Are you continuing forward? Or are you waiting on the truck to come up through the cavern?
We're waiting, right? We want to get it on the surprise.
He's going to come up the ridge. He's going to see us standing there. I mean, it's a gradual come up.
Cotton kind of bends at the waist, like he's looking down to pick something up. And when he comes back up, he like lifts his shirt up over his head, and he has become Cleary Mafumpton. And he's ready.
Great.
Cleary Mafumpton, in his white jacket, is confidently and casually walking ahead of the crew to address the driver of the truck when he encounters them.
Just throw me at the truck.
Okay.
As soon as the truck is in range, just throw me at it.
Raymond's aiming.
So Cleary Mafumpton has walked off in front of the group. Raymond has grabbed hold of Demon Shade.
No, he's going to run up on him.
Oh, okay. Raymond is poised. The Scarlet Spartan is poised.
Yeah.
Aiming with his left hand.
So Cleary,
Javelin style aim.
Yeah.
Cleary Mafumpton is ahead a little ways. He sees the driver of the truck first. He just kind of waves his arms, holds up his clipboard and points at it. Says, "Stop your truck right there. Just wait a second." And casually gets out of the way, but walking toward the truck to clear the spot and give them a static target.
Okay, so this roll is going to be, I think it's Demon Shade rolls agility +2 because Raymond is giving help.
Does
right?
Yes.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Does Cotton need to roll charm first?
Cleary Mafumpton.
Sure, absolutely.
I'm just wondering.
Give me since we raised charm up to 5.
Actually, it's 4. We said 5, but it's 4.
Sorry, since we raised charm up to 4, let's have a charm roll. We got to keep in line with the canon that we have
1.
1.
Hey, didn't have that extra roll. Might not have got it.
Cotton is standing there. Sorry, Cleary Mafumpton. Dr. Mafumpton is standing there waving the clipboard and tapping it, with his finger and waving it. And you can hear the not the squeal, but you can hear the brakes.
Like the air brakes hiss.
Yeah, just hiss a little bit, and the truck slows down right as it creeps up over that edge, and you can see the window.
Do I get 1 extra dice for Cleary's assistance?
No, fuck off.
Wait a minute. There were no air brakes.
The Jake brake.
They're just regular ass
Yeah,
brakes.
you would have just heard the brakes on the truck. Yes.
All right, here we go.
The metal on metal.
We have 5 total with 3 6s at the moment. 6 total with another 6. 6 total.
I rolled 5 dice. I got 1 6 and no more successes after that.
It's like the whipping of the muckler. I mean, he swings him from far back, grabs his foot, swings him from far back, and it all stops in one direction. And with a velocity you've never seen before, the demon shade right through the windshield.
Finally, I made it through a window.
Yep.
Yes. Is there any way I could negotiate for embellishment?
You tell the story away. Tell it away. I don't, as the main character, even told his side of this yet? Okay.
Cleary runs up. Oh my God. That was a lot of force on one leg, Shadow. You probably have hip dysplasia and may have damaged your rectum. Please set an appointment with me later this afternoon.
Shado.
You don't have a secretary?
Shado gets whipped through the air at resounding speeds by the Spartan. Cracks the window. Daggers go into the chest of the driver, and he looks over. Clary Mafunkton says, "You can have all of these issues." Shado just pops the what's it called?
Collar?
The
Turtleneck?
The turtleneck. Pops the turtleneck, the Fleischmann turtleneck, and he goes, "I'll take that second opinion," and pulls it back up.
Tucks the
Tucks it
turtleneck back in.
Oh, are we competing proctologists?
Yes.
Oh, I assumed we were like trying to run the same practice.
No, Shado is upset by all of your
Oh.
success. He wants to get in on
Oh, I did not
proctology
know
game.
that. The
No.
proctology industry just got crowded.
No.
What?
No, he was talking smack, I thought.
This is a dramatic change in
Fleisch
the
was-
future of this game.
Fleischman used it to talk crap.
Fleischmann,
You love it when a proctologist talks shit.
don't you? Yes, you
They
do.
always
Jesus
talking
Christ.
crap.
Yes, you do.
Proctologist talking shit. An amateur secretary of an amateur proctologist.
Of an imposter proctologist.
Like Cleary is any more
Called him an imposter.
capable of real proctology.
No. That's my point. I'm talking about me being an imposter.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, he's the
No,
imposter.
I mean, listen,
already.
it's just a disguise that I'm willing to go to the end of the earth to hold up. I've literally examined and given diagnoses to people with no knowledge of how proctology actually works
Blast.
because I'm keeping my disguise intact.
There's going to
That's
be
disturbing.
there's going to be a breakout of proctology issues because everybody went to a doctor that was not equipped to diagnose anything.
Yeah. There's a lot of rough shit going around.
Once again, the heroes of Detroit, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, so disable
So-
the car, maybe?
You definitely disabled the driver.
Sweet.
Blood everywhere. You have killed a man in the front seat of the dump truck.
And the window's broken.
All right, I'm going to kick the dead body over and take over the wheel,
Okay. Driving out of the tunnel.
driving out of the tunnel.
Cleary jumps up on the back of the truck and opens the door just to see what's in the back of the truck.
It's a dump truck
Oh, I thought it was a box truck.
Mine
full of salt.
truck.
I thought it was a box truck. So when he opens the door, salt just goes everywhere. Piles of salt.
There is no door. It's a dump truck.
Listen, I already said it, so it's canon.
Oh,
It has to
God.
have happened, right?
Okay.
No.
Wait.
I know. I'm just kidding. I'm making fun of myself.
I mean, you could pull the lever, I guess, and dump the salt out of the back.
You can try to
No,
you turn it?
I'm thinking we drive it out of this branch and down the hallway, Trojan horse style. We get everybody in the back.
Well, that's what I thought, except the window's broken.
Like,
windows break. It's a mine.
We get everybody in the end dump,
with body
and
size
then
holes.
we barrel down. We give,
Use it as a battering ram.
Yeah, we give Spartan the wheel so he can use his vehicle skill, and we
This would be the first time in the entire game that someone has driven a vehicle that they don't know how to drive and would require a vehicles roll.
This is beautiful.
Okay, are you dumping the contents of the dump truck here and getting in and using it as a battering ram? Everybody piling in the back to make some kind of surprise attack? Is that what you're doing?
That's what I'd like to do. What do you guys think?
I would like, real talk, I would like for Shadow, who's taken initiative, to just decide.
Okay.
And we just do what your plan is.
So I'm going to dump the salt behind us right where we are, and then drive down the corridor. Once we get to the Spartan, gesture you into the truck, move over, so now you're driving.
You want me to drive?
And then explain the plan. All right, gentlemen, here's what I think we should do. I just emptied out the end dump. We go down the corridor that King smelled all of the Spartans. We get the whole crew in the back, except for Spartan and I in the front. We use the truck like a battering ram, and we all get a surprise attack on as many of them as we can.
You want to go to the most dangerous of the 3 tunnels before we finish the tunnel we're in?
Yes.
Because we got a truck.
Got it. Okay, great.
Maybe we pin some underneath the truck.
Maybe. I mean, the Spartan can pick up and throw a truck. So, but it might at least be a blockade. Maybe we can funnel them through.
When I hit the secret knock on the horn, everybody jump ship.
Perfect.
Okay,
Let's rip it.
roll vehicles.
Oh, yes.
Well, you got to roll vehicles
No,
first.
he's driving.
You were driving up to get him.
Oh, I can operate a vehicle.
You can operate a vehicle, but do you know how to operate a dump truck? This is an audio format, and so you holding up how many fingers you got as success does not tell anyone listening how many successes you rolled for vehicles.
It tells you, Duke, that there are 3.
So 3 successes.
1 success for Shadow.
You get it started.
I get it started, and I'm able to operate the end dump.
And yeah, and you get the end up taken care of. Spartan scoots you over in the front seat.
Pretty basic controls back then. Yeah. I mean, didn't have a lot of the new
I
stuff.
drove a dump truck when I was 16. You can drive a dump truck. They're not that hard.
Full bore.
Engine revving. I can't wait to find that sound effect.
Full bore.
Everybody piled into the back of the end dump.
Yeah, I think everybody gets into the
King
bed
is,
into the
King
bed
is
of the
leaning
truck.
over and pulling people up.
Sable is also helping
Yeah.
to lift everybody up and in. You all sit down gently, rumble, rumble, boom, 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 boom. You know what I mean? Just bouncing. Full bore. You driving a dump truck fast, through this mine as fast as you can.
Shadow, make sure they know to jump as soon as the secret knock comes across the horn.
Yeah, Shadow is like scurrying out of the front seat, like climbing over the top of the vehicle and shouting into the end dump, and then crawling back through to sit in the front seat.
Okay. You make that corner. You go down that right channel.
We're wrecking this bitch.
Let's fucking go.
You start making your way down, and this one also has a slow grade down as well, right? You're going deeper down into the earth, and you are slowly grading down, and you can see in front of you one of those patrols of guard units. There's maybe another dozen of them walking in a group down one side of the tunnel.
Shadow takes the dead body and flings it out of the window at the guard units.
We're driving over those things.
You run over the dead body with the dump truck.
That dump truck didn't move. That may as well have been a squirrel.
Yeah. Now push down into the sand. Are you leaping to action? Are you going to try to run them down with the truck? What are you doing?
Run them down.
Yeah. Vehicular homicide.
Roll 12 dice. Tell me how many successes you get.
Ooh. How many minions are you going to take out with a dump truck?
While they're making their plan in the cab,
This is going to be the best roll ever.
King is in the back kind of huddling everybody up. Everybody hang on to the end. We're going to get ready. As soon as we hear the secret knock on the horn, we're all going to get off the dump truck because it's going to become a weapon.
5 dice.
Tell me how you swipe down 5 of them.
We steer like we're going to avoid them and then just go right into the sons of bitches all of a sudden. Bing, 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 bing.
Yeah, they just, you see parts of guard units just, you know what I mean, flying just as they explode at the impact from this dump truck that you are driving down.
As all of us are thrown out of the back of the truck, King is desperately trying to grab onto Patricia and hold on to everybody.
No one's thrown out of the back of the
there
truck.
was no honk. I didn't know. Well, there was no signal. We're still waiting to be signaled to get out of the truck.
Right.
Right.
That
You guys are
didn't happen.
you're being tossed side to side, but
Yeah,
you're still
you're side to side. You know what I mean? I don't think you're flung out the back.
Okay.
You know what I mean? It's that inertia that when he makes that quick turn to go take out the guard units.
It's that curve on a bowling ball. We hit the right gutter and then we just slammed into them.
Right. And you guys, you know what I mean? You guys all go, whoa, and pile up on the far side of the bed of the truck.
Sable creates a big protective
There we go.
bubble around everybody, and he says that he is Groot, and then everybody's fine.
Nice. It's kind of a weird thing for him to say, but
It is a weird thing for the Sable to say, but you know, he does get in his own head sometimes.
He does.
He's kind of got some mental stuff going on.
I assume you just keep driving.
Hauling ass.
Gunfire pinging off of the back of the dump truck as you make your way on down the tunnel.
It's like we have an armored vehicle.
The grade starts to become a little bit greater.
Steeper?
Steeper. Thank you. That's the right word. Not a lot, but a little bit steeper as you are coming down, and you can see the tunnel veers off to your left.
Rolling, baby.
Okay, keep going.
You knew you'd do this to us eventually.
Do what?
We'd just be in a fight against ourselves.
Oh.
Yeah.
Does that bother you?
Nope. That's what we signed up for.
Cotton would like to attempt a preemptive mindfuck of the people that are waiting to be run over by the dump truck.
Okay. Are you reaching out with telepathy?
Yeah.
Trying to feel how many people are close by?
Just whoever's in front of the truck, he wants to jumble their thought processes. Cloud them with emotion.
Okay. How far out are you trying to go? Just as far out as your powers will let you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hot dice. Ooh, I see some good.
3 4s and a 6 and a 3, so 4.
So before you even make the turn, Cotton, you guys all get the white flash. You know that Cotton is using his power, and you know what I mean. The tunnel itself is going down and to the left. Cotton, maybe what you would think is 3 or 4 blocks away, maybe 5 blocks away. You know what I mean? As you equate that, you get 3 people. You feel 3 people, and they are very even keeled. You know, there's no big emotion going in their brain currently.
They're not Spartans. I don't know who they are.
You can't identify who they are. You don't know who they are. It is just, you know that there are 3 individuals with which you can feel.
It seems like I would be able to identify them.
You can identify people that you have interacted with.
You know.
Oh, so these are new signatures.
Yes. You do not know. You are unfamiliar with who these people may or may not be.
Well, these
Same
new
scent,
people,
not same brain link.
these new people are mind fucked.
Are mind fucked?
Mind fucked.
In what way?
I just flood them with the environment that I'm pulling from everybody else. Their
Okay. What are you pulling?
intensity. Yeah, I'm thinking. So I'm taking all of the fear out of the little Patricias that are in the dump truck, and I'm putting the fear in the minds of these three people.
Okay.
Sweet. So she's just emboldened.
Yeah, you wipe that fear from Patricia
She just got shot at with machine guns. I mean,
and supplant it into these three individuals that are off down the cavern.
Yeah.
You start to make that turn around the corner and you get to where it starts to straighten out, and down the corridor you can see another patrol. There's probably 12 or 15 of them walking down. They're walking the first group that you met was walking towards you. This group is walking away from you.
same method.
That horn.
Yeah, same method. Let's
Okay.
look like we're going to careen right past them.
Okay.
And then last second, maximum overdrive.
Maximum overdrive. Okay. Roll 12d6. What is the Scarlet Spartan's agility?
Agility is 9. So 6 plus. Come on, baby. 7, 8 totals.
8 total. As you are getting close enough to like really start to identify them, you can see that there are 3 copies of the Scarlet Spartan in this group of guard units. You rolled 8 successes, you said?
Mm-hmm.
The first Scarlet Spartan rolled 5 successes. The second rolled 5 and a 6 and another 6 and another 6.
Fucker.
So 8. And the third, 2, 3, 4, and 2 6s. And that's it. 4. So number 1, you will do 3 harm to. Number 2, they hear the truck coming. So they're lined up, right? There's 5 lines, with 1 Spartan at the front, 1 Spartan in the middle, and 1 Spartan at like the back corner, as they are leading this patrol down there. I think you clip the first one. The second one takes more of the brunt, but the third one is quick enough and dashes across to the other side. There are 4 guard units left, and you have done 3 damage to 3 harm to the first one, and you have done 4 harm to the second one. Shadow, are you doing anything?
Did the impact stop us, or are we still rolling?
Roll.
Yeah, you're still rolling.
Make note. I mean, they're coming after us.
All right, so I'll scurry up out of the window across the top of the truck and yell into the bed, "Watch your back! Traitor Spartans behind us! Watch your back!" Caca!
Caca!
You see the troubadour take the saxophone off of his back. He puts the reed in his mouth to get it. You know, you gotta moisten the reed.
Right.
He's got the reed in his mouth, ready to go. Sable lifts up just over the edge of the bed, floating, holding on to the back edge, and is going to be eyes. Patricia splits up into 3. So there are 3 Patricias. Captain X is like putting his hands on his pockets. He's like searching, and he like unzips something.
Lost his Zippo.
fumbling. He's looking for something. You don't know what it is he's looking for.
Okay. And then I'll scurry back to the driver's seat.
Okay.
Or passenger.
King?
So there is no honk. We're still rolling. We're now under siege because they're going to attack after we just hit them.
So, table talk, mechanically, what's happening, because you hit them with the fear, I took a die away from their agility when I rolled. And it's going to take them an extra page before they can take another action to catch up with you. Right? Because the fear that you put in them. Yes, you've disoriented them. And now this instance, you know what I mean, is going to bring them back to it, but it's going to take a second. So you guys are going to get a bit of a head start.
Still shook.
But you're still in a dump truck, and the Scarlet Spartan can run 200 miles an hour or whatever it is.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So you are for sure that they are going to catch you, but you have a second to get your poise, get ready, and you're not going to get surprised by it by any means.
Gotcha.
Under siege.
King wants to aggress toward them. So, like, hands on the edge of the dump truck, like jump out and dive out chest first and fly over to attack.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
Come springing out of the back of that.
Yeah. So there are 3 of them.
Right. I'm going to...
As you are coming out the back of the truck, there is one against the wall on your right. Yeah. There is one that's kind of against the wall on the left. And there's one that's further back, probably, 20 feet behind, but still on that left side.
So my intention is to kill the one on the right.
Okay.
And bounce off and do damage to the one in the back. That's my intention.
Yeah.
It's high hopes.
The one on the right is the one that has not been damaged.
Okay. All right.
Not that King knows anything about that.
Right. I've got 5 plus 2 6s. 6 plus a 6, 7.
Yes.
6, 8, 9. Toughness is 10, yeah?
Yeah. Goddamn.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with 1 6. 5 successes. You had 7. So tell me how you do 2 harm to the first Scarlet Spartan, Traitor Spartan that you encounter.
Right. So
Traitor Spartan number 3.
I'm flying, much like the last image you saw of King in action, fist back, teeth bared, headed forward in a beeline to that Spartan. At the last second, I pull up a wing and kind of pull up I'm thinking like a change up in baseball. Like I want to surprise with a slow speed because he's expecting me to come in hot. And I pull him with my rear right paw and just slice his left cheek in half. And his face is just open wound.
Open, just blood. What color is Jakari blood?
Blue.
Blue, right? This blue blood just comes streaking down, pouring onto his chest.
And seeing that I've lost my momentum with this maneuver, and I'm not going to make my second strike. My hope is to swing back and just get back in the truck.
Like swoop up and away.
Just one swoop as I'm going. Yeah.
Well, he's gonna get a chance to get after you before you get there.
Sure.
And so are the other 2.
What happened to the fear round?
They were a bit disoriented, right. And I was giving you the opportunity to continue to get away. He's in the mix. I'm not giving them the full.
Can't be scared. Got a fight in your hands.
There was a round in there that they didn't get a play. That happened?
Yeah, you guys were going to get an opportunity to get further away. It's fine.
No, I'm not asking is it fine. I'm trying to understand the mechanics of it.
Yes.
When was that turn? Because I missed how that worked.
The whole explanation that I gave to you before you said King flies up and out of the truck and goes back to them.
So the truck is still barreling down the tunnel.
The truck.
King jumped out and took a swoop attack on them And so as he's making his turn, they're getting an opportunity attack against you. Because you're in the mix with them. So it's like you hit one, and as you're coming along this curve...
No, I understand that.
Okay.
But when was their turn missed? That I don't understand. When did that happen?
It hasn't yet, because you went after them. So, and that could be part of why they missed their turn too in the story, if we, you know what I mean?
So because I attacked, they're now capable of responding?
Right.
Yes.
Even though they weren't going to be.
If we had just barreled away from them, they would held their fear.
Do you see why I don't undernd that? I mean, in the real world,
guess,
if you're disoriented, you're disoriented.
If I put them in that state, yeah, you're probably right. You probably do get the free attack on him.
I'm not trying to be difficult. I just wanted to understand the mechanics.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense.
They're gunshots.
He still gets a defense roll. Just because you always do.
Yeah.
You always you at least
you're the man. I just didn't understand
passive defense against anything unless you have something like the power that Raymond has where, mind attacks will not work on him.
All right.
What's it called? Is it just an immunity?
Yeah.
Yeah,
immunity.
you just picked an immunity to mental
states.
To mental attacks, yeah. Which narratively makes complete fucking sense. Raymond hunkering down, stealing his own mind. You know what I mean? In that
too many people getting in
with
it.
2 mind fuckers.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's who he spends all his time with.
Right.
Yeah.
He's seen that purple flash so many fucking times. I mean, of course.
Felt the unnatural emotion rise up in him.
But he would
sometimes welcomed it.
Yeah, he'd receive it sometimes, feel it, see what he was dealing with, and then learn to gird himself against it so he could block it out.
Yeah, it makes perfect sense.
Yeah. So yeah, you do the 2 harm. You slice his face open, and he falls back against the wall with the impact. And you swoop back around and drop back into the back of the truck as the truck continues on down.
I like that.
The grade goes a little bit steeper.
It's starting to get cold.
You know what I like about that last thing the most?
What's that?
Cotton teed it up and King swooped in and attacked. It's like they got to be partners for a second. That was pretty cool.
Come back, give a high five, dude.
Right. Yeah, King and Cotton fist bump in the back of the truck. It's all good.
Checks his pubic pocket. Cotton's like, "You got something on your face. Come here."
right.
His finger and
cleans the schmutz from the corner of his mouth.
The blood that splattered on his face.
You got a little blue on your face. What are you doing?
Okay. The grade gets a little bit steeper. I'm not going to make you roll vehicles again. We're not there.
Ready to roll vehicles.
Those dice are at the ready.
Bro.
I know that you're ready. Everybody that's ever listened to this show knows that you're ready to roll vehicles.
That's why I had to let him drive. I was like, I'll let him drive.
Yes. There's a reason that I put dump trucks in this. Because he's threatened at times. He's like, "Oh, I'll get a motorcycle. Oh, I'll go find a tank." And then he never does.
Right.
Renaissance City is a Prowlers and Paragons Ultimate Edition actual play produced by TTRP Theater. Jazz Abramowitz is Demon Shade. Chris Freedom is King and Cotton Dearborn. Dean Martin Jr. is the Scarlet Spartan, and I am Duke Walter, your Game Master. Thank you to the generosity of our Patreon supporters. If you would like to join as a producer, please search TTRP Theater on Patreon. We are at Ren City Pod, RENCITYPOD, on Twitter. Also, make sure to check out and follow at TTRP Theater on Twitter and Instagram. Make sure to leave a review of our podcast, as this helps to get the word out about our game. Thank you for listening, and we will see you next time for more Renaissance City.